here. David, kicking things off with you, what is your reaction to these latest polls?
Yeah, well, it's something we've got to keep our finger on the pulse here. And these polls show that it's neck and neck, right? One poll has Biden up, another poll has Trump up. But the biggest indicator to me, and I think most troubling to the Trump camp, is the gender divide. And what we see is that Trump has always had a problem with the women voters. But now with the Dobbs decision, that's getting even worse for Donald Trump. And these polls, even the ones that show Trump ahead, it continues to show Trump sliding further and further down with the female vote. And that's going to be a big problem come the general election. Yes, Trump did a little bit better in 2020 than he did in 2016 with women. But these polling numbers, it's just a snapshot. But what I look for is the momentum. And the momentum, particularly there with the gender divide, I think is a serious, serious problem with Trump. And the fact that abortion now has become one of the top issues, and the fact that you're going to see these referendums in multiple states, considering, and especially some of the battleground states, that's an opportunity for Biden and a real problem for Donald Trump.
Well, David, let's be clear. You can look at all of these polls and try to pull out what's bad for Trump. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is Trump is beating Biden. And Biden is now polling at the lowest numbers that we've seen in 70 years, making him the worst president in 70 years. That's the headline of these polls, David, not some gender divide.
Well, I'm giving you what I think is what we need to focus on. And these are snapshots. It is going back and forth. But this is what we have to look for. What are the indicators that are going to really
it's not really going back and forth. Trump has
victory?
been leading. Trump has been leading largely. It's not going back and forth.
Well, Biden pulled ahead by, a fraction of a point. You had Trump behind. And all these polls are a little bit different. The Siena poll, which is usually marked as one of the most credible, it really shows that gender divide specifically. But all of these polls are pointing to that. Whether Trump is up by 2 points or 3 points, that gender divide remains the same. And in terms of favorability, rating it compared to Eisenhower or even Ronald Reagan is just not an accurate picture. With today's media, the fact that we got the 24-hour news cycle and social media, no president is going to be that popular from now into the future, whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden or anyone. Now you can win with poll numbers being underwater. That's something that we never had in the past. If you were